Well, good morning, good afternoon, my friends. Yes, I am back in the forest. The sun shines behind me. I think it's about 8 a.m. here in White, Georgia, USA. And before I got here, I spent time in the Word, and of course, and during my physical exercise, which I do about 5 times a week, I watch YouTube news, and news is not much good, no matter where it is. If it's Australian news or US here where I am, the news not much good. When I come here and I look around myself, I realize how blessed I am to be surrounded by the forest that I am. As you can see, the sun shines through the trees, and I just enjoy being here. Why? I am very close to Him. There's no trimmings of my home, there's no trimmings of congregation, there's no trimmings of sitting particular Bible version. I'm not against any of those things. This is just purity of His presence here, because when I look at what's around me, He takes care of it. He shines the sun upon those trees, He puts water on the trees, and everything just grows. So that's where I find Him. And most of all, what I'm delighted with is what my heart feels. My heart feels delighted. Why? Because no matter our circumstances, and we are going through quite a bit, as you know. My wife is gone through chemo, her surgery is due in September, and we trust God that no matter what it is, number one, we shall be content. Number two, or number on the same level as one, that we trust Him, that He's got things in hand, that the surgeon is anointed for that time, the anesthetist is, the nurses are, and the recovery will be speedy and good, and we'll have a life after that. In the meantime, I am excited. I'm excited as I walk through this forest. I'm excited because I know His presence is with me. As long as I do as Yeshua has left me, if you love me, He said, obey my commandments. And He left us 2 commandments, very simple. Love God with all your heart, soul, and mind. And love your neighbor as you love yourself. Some neighbors are not lovable. Some people are not lovable. And we tend to react. I like to be content knowing that no matter what happens around me, He's up there. Yes, at my age, it's easy to say I'm ready to go to be with Him. That's true. There's many things I'd like to achieve. I'm very physically healthy. I'd like to achieve a lot of things, but at the same time, I'm ready and I'm content. And if I stand here and look at this forest and watch Daisy, as you will see in a minute, why should I complain? As Daisy and I walk through the forest and enjoy this wonderful walk, you'll see in a minute. There she goes. A life is all about being content and see things of His presence in what we do. It's about knowing that His hand is upon us in a time of joy and a time of sadness and a time of fear, as long as we turn to Him. Yes, we have a responsibility. I always wonder why in the Proverbs, the first few chapters, all about wisdom, He's obviously expecting something from us. Our contribution should be is wisdom to do what's right, take care of our body, take care of our family, and love our neighbors. But most of all of that, we need to believe that His hand is upon us. And when I look around here, as you can see, it is just a glorious, glorious blessing that I am privileged to walk. We live in a humble little home. Our budget are extremely tight, as I am on a pension from Australia, and Cheryl now and Kim are only getting a sick pay. And yet, we are so blessed to have this. We're so content. And I'm sure if you search your heart and look around yourself and think of the people that love you, your children, grandchildren, people around you, you will also find His presence. You also will find His love and His joy, and you shall be content. If it's only for a moment, the essence of shalom, the truth of peace, it's in your heart, not in your brain, not things are being solved and everything's going well. It's in your heart. So look for Him in your heart, and you shall be restored unto Him. Have a blessed day, my friends. I'm signing out from Voice for the Spirit, Jerry.